The global aviation turbine fuel is experiencing a market surge. Prices of aviation turbine fuel in some parts of the world is increasing multiple times within a matter of 1 month's time, mainly due to the Gulf War, the Iran war, and the restrictions of oil movement, and thus causing the soaring prices of Brent crude. The global aviation turbine fuel prices have gone more than 100% hike and an average. In some cases, the price is almost doubling. However, India has capped the domestic aviation turbine fuel prices. In Delhi, international flights pay almost $1,700 per kiloliter of ATF. For the domestic flights in India, the ATF is available at substantially lower rates as compared to the market value globally. Future predictions actually doesn't look that promising, as prices are expected to rise further since the problems with the Middle East countries it is still continuing. So there is a potential deceleration in the growth of airline industry itself. Just to understand, aviation turbine fuel or ATF, or known as jet fuel, is a fine cut of kerosene. You can say a specialized high quality kerosene based fuel, specially designed for the gas turbine engines of the aircrafts. It is basically fractionated and separated out from crude oil in refineries with a flash point of almost 38 degrees centigrade, and also very low freezing point to ensure the safety when the airlines are flying at very high altitudes. So it can act as a fuel at the same time a heat sink or a coolant for the engine. There are many additives are also added to ATF, to various reasons, for preventing corrosion, to avoid static charge buildup, to avoid microbes, and it is rigorously tested. The procedures, the quality, everything is rigorously tested and comes under strict rules and procedures. Compared to petrol, which people are more familiar with, ATF is less volatile, more similar to kerosene in properties, making it safer to be handled in aircraft engines. Nowadays, people are also looking at low emission alternatives like SAF, that is Sustainable Aviation Fuel. Actually, ATF prices were deregulated way back in 2001 in India, and it's being revised every month on a monthly basis based on international benchmark formula. So now with surging oil prices and surging ATF prices globally, but still for domestic airlines, government has asked the oil marketing companies to follow a staggered rising formula. So the price rise is very limited here, as against more than 100% rise globally. What is happening? The previous peak happened in 2022 after the Russia invasion into Ukraine. That time it has been hiked to 1.1 lakhs per kiloliter. As far as the availability is concerned, as of now there is absolutely no shortage on the availability of ATF in India. Our refineries in India, we are processing almost 250 million metric ton per annum of crude oil being processed in India. We have excess capacity to meet all the demands of petrol, diesel and aviation turbine fuel. In India, all refineries together, we produce almost 17 to 20 million metric ton per annum of aviation turbine fuel every year, which is quite sufficient to meet the complete demand. In fact, we have been exporting a part of our ATF also to outside. In the month of February 2026 itself, India has produced more than 1 million metric ton of aviation turbine fuel, which constitute almost 6% of the total production of refinery production in India. Sustainable aviation turbine fuel, or SAF, is a very good alternative to aviation turbine fuel, which is cleaner and non-petroleum based product and produced from renewable sources like waste oil and agricultural waste. And this can be blended into the petroleum based aviation turbine fuel up to a level of almost 50%. And up to 50%, it can be used in the existing aircrafts without any major modifications of the engines. As compared to the fossil fuel, this SAF, if you use, we can reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, the CO2 emissions, up to 80% reduction is possible. Although currently it is more than 2 to 3 times more expensive as compared to jet fuel, you can reduce the dependency on this fossil fuel, the aviation turbine fuel based on crude oil. and achieve a reasonably good decarbonization. Global aviation industry is going through a very, very crucial point of time, balancing very record high demand on one side with severe operational cost pressures on the other side, particularly on the surging fuel prices. The global airline passenger traffic is expected to double by 2040, requiring actually a significant increase in the number of aircrafts and working personnel. So it's a great challenge. So let us hope that this huge price increase, the abnormal price increase in the aviation turbine fuel, which has happened due to the West Asian problems, will come to normalcy in near future. So that the airline industries, the growth and the survival can be ensured in the long run. Thank you.